Hello, my name is Jonathan Wright, and I'm with my partner Tosin Ayantunji, and we are today presenting our presentation for our FullStack Academy Capstone Cybersecurity project. Okay, so first of all, a brief introduction as far as what is the project that we're doing. We are creating a honeypot, and actually we, over the course of the project, we created, I think, 4 or 5. We are using that honeypot within specifically Microsoft Azure to capture a log file full of any unwanted logon attempts from the internet. And then we're taking that log file, putting it into Splunk, and analyzing and adding a visualization of that log file. Okay. So the scope and purpose of the project is fairly now we're trying to do threat detection tools using, again, Microsoft Azure honeypot exposed to the internet, and then creating that, using that log file that we're creating from there and putting it into Splunk for that visualization. So obviously, as far as our tools are used, of course, Microsoft Azure, we're using PowerShell specifically to help us create that log file. The use of firewalls and firewall rules is super important to expose that virtual machine to the internet, of course. The use of Splunk to then, of course, create that visualization. And we also use some Kali Linux tools to help us modify that log file. Okay, so our main process involved, again, setting up that virtual machine within Microsoft Azure, ensuring that we are creating firewall rules that will allow all traffic and make it more enticing for potential attackers on the internet. And then checking for the event log of event ID 4625, because within the event viewer, that is the failed login ID. And you'll see that right here on the left side is us setting up that inbound security rule on our Azure VM to allow all traffic on all ports, which of course is very dangerous. Please don't do that. And then on the right, our shot of event viewer with the event ID of the 4625, which shows the failed login attempts.
All right, thank you, John. Upon logging into our virtual machine, we are able to run an API which helps us generate a custom log file and grab location data of the bad actors. And each event is in line in the file, which shows more details about the bad actors and where they're attacking, trying to log in into our virtual machine. So here we import the data into the Splunk SIM tools, which help us simplify and give us visualization in terms of where this location of the bad actor are coming from in terms of on the map. So here we do a little cleanup in Splunk and we get some visualization. And next slide. And here, this is holistic view of where all attackers are located worldwide. We see some from Indonesia, South Korea, and Germany, Poland, and Poland. And so this is where the attacks are majorly coming from into our virtual machine. Next slide. So what are the findings? What are the analysis done during the course of this project? We cannot stretch enough the importance of firewall because there's a lot of traffic in the minutes after setting up the honeypot, and we are getting attacked from everywhere in the whole world. Like I mentioned earlier on, South Korea, Germany, Poland, and so on. And despite the fact that we sent a strong password for our virtual machine, some malicious actors are able to successfully log in into our virtual machine. And that shows you it's not just about strong password, it's about strong firewall rules set for your virtual machine. And we cannot emphasize the important enough. And here, how can we mitigate against this in case this happened to you on the job or any one of us? So here, strong firewall rule is very key. And we have the IDPS system, which is going to detect and prevent us. We need to set that up as well. A good antivirus will do a good job as well. Most importantly, users training is very key because human beings are going to be the ones setting up this virtual machine, and you need to get it right from the start to finish on setting up your virtual machine health. It will be attacked in a matter of seconds. And here we need to have like good incident response plan where we know, okay, what are the playbook to follow in case something like this happen. And most importantly, continuous monitoring, because despite the fact that we set everything right, we might still be attacked by bad actors. So continuous monitoring will help us mitigate against this incident. So therefore, we've come to the end of this session, and we thank you all for joining.